So, I went to India for an Indian wedding. And I'm pretty sure it changed my life. But before we get into all that, a little bit of introduction and then some backstory. My name is Sweats. I'm a Chicago-based musician, podcaster, gamer, and now travel vlogger, I guess. I know I do a little bit of everything. It's kind of, you know, a thing. But I just like to share my passions with you, the world. And I think I have a pretty good and fun time doing it. And yeah, if you watch into this video, into this vlog series, and you enjoy it, I would kindly ask if you could like, share, and subscribe, because I think this is the start of a new era and it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, a little bit of backstory. It is the wedding, or it was the wedding for my friend Sachin and his now bride Priya. Congratulations to them both, and I hope that their future is filled with nothing but joy and just great memories and love. So shout out to them. Drop a S and a P for Sachin and Priya in the chat if you're watching this. I'm sure they would appreciate that. So I am friends with Sachin, the groom, and I was invited along with some of my other friends and buddies to go over to India to participate in the wedding.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Sadish and the Agrawal family for being so generous and paying for my hotel room and giving me rupees in order to use in India over there, so I didn't have to use a currency exchange. And just the level of hospitality and generosity is so amazing. I've never experienced anything like that, so thank you so much for that.
It was a 3-day event, and yeah, it was something else. What you're gonna see now is a little bit of footage I took before the plane ride over to India, and then it gets into that plane ride. It's also the day of the first day when we landed there on Saturday. So you're gonna get to see that, and I think every day is gonna be its own separate video, because otherwise it would be a pretty long video. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy my trip to India 2025 for the wedding of Sachin and Priya. Enjoy.
What's going on, everybody? So it is the last weekend before I go to India, and we board the plane, we start going over there. But before, one of the things that I have to prepare myself for is like a dance that we have to do. Shout out to Sarthak. I'm having to watch and kind of mimic, see what he's doing. You guys are gonna see the practice. You're gonna see the finished product later on when I'm over there.
Well, I consider myself a fairly decent dancer. A couple years ago, I was cutting up some reels to post on social media of me doing some choreography, right? But that also has been a while ago, and I'm a lot older, and I'm a bit more seasoned now, so it's a little bit harder for me to get into the groove. But nonetheless, I still did get into the groove for this one. And after spending 20 to 25 minutes learning the routine, I was able to actually find my feet while watching the video. And I think that I did a pretty good job during this part, and I think you'll be able to see by the finished product and see how I did.
Even
So it is 5:20 a.m. right now. I'm headed over to Mark's house to leave my car, and we're all gonna, as a group, carpool or get shuttled over to O'Hare. I might get some coffee in me that'll help things out a little bit, but yeah, so we are en route to leaving toward India. Alright, so we're hopping in the van right now, ready to get out of here. Shout out to the homie Eddie for making sure that we got to the airport on time and safe. And not only that, but he also was giving us the lowdown on what to expect with the wedding and the country in general. He was a great man, and thank you for that, my friend. What can we expect?
Dancing?
Dance, you can expect anything.
Anything?
Really?
Yeah. Generally, mostly dancing, songs, different kind of food and liquor.
Oh, what kind of liquor?
Oh, there are a lot.
Oh, yeah. The whole kitchen cabinet, huh?
Hey.
The whole lot.
And while you certainly couldn't call Eddie a liar, even with those expectations, my mind ran with ideas of what we would see, what we would hear, what we would do, and how it would make me feel, and how our experiences as foreigners in this land would be unique and distinctly different from all others that came before us. Blazing trails where no other has gone, and blazing trails where no others will go. Oh, and it was cold and my chapstick was in my luggage, so don't judge my crusty ass lips. Let's get through security. Need to get some food. It's freezing, so I'm ready for some warm air. Hey, what? Huge. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Oh, man. Now, while I was excited and relatively prepared, the one thing that I had messed up on was not downloading any movies, not downloading any music, and just kind of having to deal with what I had. Oh, and also not having a power bank for my phones, which was a struggle to deal with the entire trip. And as I took my seat on the plane, the slow and unnerving realization began to set in that for the next 15 hours, I would have to find other ways, or anything for that matter, to amuse myself. So as a last resort, I did the only thing that any sane person would do. I would scour whatever entertainment options that the airline provided for us passengers. And in doing so, I managed to find a very interesting book.
Completed a triathlon. Started a successful blog. Eliminated my debt. Lost 30 pounds. Sold a successful ebook. Became an early riser. Created a minimal home. When put all together, these sound like a lot of accomplishments in only a couple of years. But it was just the simple application of a few principles, creating one habit at a time, learning to focus myself, and doing things that I love.
And just like that, I was sent to nirvana. The next 15 hours would fly by in a haze, and in that time, I had seen the Tesseract in the 5th dimension and have grown several layers of consciousness that I was unable to unlock before. Truly, a great omen for a great trip to be had. Namaste. That's not what happened. Basically, the food was hella bland, considering we're talking about Indian food here with plenty of spices and flavors. The only thing I could really consume was the desserts here, and that was pretty much for every meal. Man's over here pulled out his bipedal piglets, so to match his energy, I pulled out mine to up my heat. I totally forgot that I brought a couple books with me though, and I actually really enjoyed this one. I read it from start to finish, which is pretty cool, considering that I've been waiting forever to read it. This was only the halfway decent thing that I ate there, but even so, it gave me some nasty heartburn by the time I was done. And it was just overall a very miss of an experience when it came to the food. Other dishonorable mentions for the flight was the fact that the screens weren't working, so you would just tap them and tap them, but they wouldn't respond. And, well, the other thing is just sitting down for 15 hours, you're going to lose circulation. So dealing with that was kind of an inherent thing. Air India can't control that, but it also was just a pain in the ass, literally. Oh, and I didn't even finish listening to that Zen Habits audiobook. I only listened to it for like 5 minutes and then stopped, and then, well, I don't even know what I did after that. But needless to say, I take this as a learning experience for next time, and next 15-hour flight I take, I will be more prepared.
Dear guests, India is pleased to announce 25 minutes early arrival in Delhi. Welcome to Indira Gandhi International Airport Terminal 3 with the local time 12:35 and our
So we got our luggage now, and now we are trying to get our way over to our shuttle. And by shuttle, I mean a compact sedan. So it seemed like me and the homies were gonna get real close on this trip, both physically and metaphorically. Pause. Of course, I'm not complaining in the slightest. First of all, because it was complimentary, thank you to Satish. And second of all, we got to meet one of the baddest mofos in all of India. His name is Soooo, and he is an ace behind the wheel. So we need to get this vlog to 1 million views so we could thereby take that and use that leverage to get Soooo a Hollywood agent and thereby get him into Hollywood to be a stunt car driver. Cause man, oh man, the way this man had handled the stick, it needs to be seen to be believed. Pause. Anyway, moving on. So the adventure would continue as we would make our way over to the Agrawal residence for a function that they had planned, and then from there, bounce back over to the hotel where we would settle in for the night. And this, my friends, is where you get your first taste of what it's like to drive on the streets of India. It is absolutely insane. I don't know, I'm gonna post a video of what you can expect out here, but it's literally like the wild, wild west. You have lanes, but they really don't mean anything. You have lights that kind of mean something, but you could probably run one anyway, and no one's going to stop you. You're not going to get pulled over. And it is literally the most insane thing you've ever seen. And if you're anxious easily, I would recommend just closing your eyes. Period. Yes. Luke.
I like Nick one.
So we're here pulling up to a function. Before we go to the hotel first, we have some food and see what's going on.
Alright, note yourself. Do not smash the Nick.
What are you eating here? What we got?
What is this one called?
Yeah, we eat Batura. That's the bread one.
Yeah, that's the bread.
And then
This is chickpeas.
chole.
Chole.
Batura, chole.
And then what about this
That
one?
is rice. Yes, that's right. Let's rice up. Yogurt.
Raita?
Right. Okay. Nice.
Who's favorite?
I got Uncle.
Yeah. It's a hot favorite. Yeah. So good.
Hey, give him two. Give him two, Ms. Agarwal. Give him two.
No.
And leave the half there. Whatever you can eat, just eat.
I'll give you a knife or something.
No, water of your size.
What?
Water of your size.
Say it again.
Water.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, you can take. Yes. And I ate 5 of them. 5.
I'm proud of you, my guy.
And if you keep eating like that, he'll become like you.
Right.
If it doesn't stop.
You gotta eat. When you come here, you gotta make sure to eat.
Well, I'm trying to get.
So we're here at the function. We just got finished eating. Probably gonna be leaving soon, headed back to the hotel. And yeah, this is the start of the experience. Got a little market down there. Horns constantly going off. That's just kind of how it is down here. I kind of already knew that before, but it's just funny to see and just like how crazy it could get in the streets when you're driving. It's insane. So yeah, pretty cool so far. Not gonna lie, good food. Glad the flight's over. Now I think we're just gonna chill out for the rest of the day. Get ready. I think the Taj Mahal is tomorrow.
want to take a picture? Walking around? What do you guys want to take a picture? Okay, what is
What's up?
What is golden card?
What's up, buddy?
What is
Well, last, so not.
How you feel? You're ready to crash out, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Soon enough. Soon enough. We'll get there.
Fair night. Fair night.
Just pulled up to the hotel. It's called the Seven Seasons, Mr. Agrawal said. About to get inside. Just be here the next 2 nights. Then move to the actual venue where the actual wedding's taking place. So it's time to unwind and relax. We're gonna show you this hotel room. And as my first day in India began to draw to a close, a certain sense of surrealism fell over me there in that Seven Seas lobby. I was in India. I was going to be in India for a whole week celebrating a fine wedding. It was time to lock in. Check out Delhi, or New Delhi. Massive. I'm gonna come over here. Check out the room. Pretty dang exciting, huh? Water, make some tea later, some coffee. Only thing is, I have to find an adapter for the charger because there's some other stuff. So I think for the rest of the night, we're just gonna chill, rest up. We have to wake up early because we have like a 3.5 hour drive to Agra, where the Taj Mahal is at. Overall, day 1 of the flight and being here for a little bit, pretty dang good. Not so much the flight, but everything off of the flight, pretty good. So we're gonna see how Sunday goes, day 2. Coming up on the day 2 vlog of my trip to India, we set our sails toward Agra to go see the one and only Taj Mahal. But will some unfortunate car troubles keep us from going to see one of the 7 wonders of the world? There's only one way to find out. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out when the next episode drops. I will see you on the next one. And as always, shishakada.